Hello, brothers and sisters. Hello, guys. I want to talk about the simulation. No, not the Matrix. There's a difference, okay? Look up the word Matrix, okay? And I've talked about this before. Matrix, Remedy H told you it too. So, hey, if you don't even believe him, just search it yourself. Even if you don't believe me, search it yourself on Google. Matrix. What does it mean in Latin? Right? And when you find out what it means, most people are like, why always Latin? Because that's one of our original languages. Same thing with you know how Remedy H pointed this out too, and shout out to you, brother, because when he pointed this out, I was just like, that's why I resonate with it so much. The almost not even with the culture, just the language itself, and that's why I love anime. For what is it? Japanese language. Japanese language is actually so-called Black and Hispanic people language, basically, or dragon language, basically. You know. If I got anything, if I missed anything, please correct me. You know. So, and that'll be fine if I miss anything. So, the reason I want to talk about the simulation is because there are things around you that you should pay attention to, right? Remember the atmosphere used to be a different color. Okay? The reason the atmosphere was a different color is because we were in a different frequency, obviously. And most people were like, oh, you know, where's your proof and all that? There's already videos showing lights flashing up in the sky, different colors, but one color that you see more is purple. Why? I'm not saying there's not a battle going up there and all that, and I think I mentioned this before, but I think it's the plasma energy. Well, at least from what I'm seeing from that video, it looks like it's plasma energy, and it looks so familiar that it's probably the original atmosphere of the planet, which I wouldn't be surprised. Now, most people might be like, oh, I don't, you know, I think you're wrong on that. Hey, if you think I'm wrong on that, then that's fine. It's just something that I'm thinking about, right? Mainly because the reason I'm thinking about it is because look up in the sky. This is the simulation that we are in, but not out of. Remember, if you want to get out of the simulation, you got to go all the way to Antarctica, or just go inside yourself. Because you know what I'm realizing, and this is probably a fact and true, that this simulation, that this structure that these motherfuckers made, will just heal, obviously, and it just goes over the, you know, I mean, I already knew that, basically, but I want to tell you so we can go on a little bit more with that. That there was, what is it? That there was, that they put that there, that like the ice walls and shit like that, so they can, control what they can control. They couldn't control other places. Imagine them controlling outside of the ice capsules. Are you crazy? There's beings over there that want them dead. Alright? There's beings over there that they don't want us to know. Alright? There's still beings there that people think that they're not even real. But yet, they get them. They got them. They show them in movies. Hold on, guys. And the Truman Show really did show about how this simulation is. Because when you look around you, some people don't automatically cue themselves until you pass by them, or you're about to pass by them. Have you noticed that? It's a play. It's a game, guys. Excuse me. Sorry. I'm not saying there isn't real people out here. Some people are not real at all. Some people used to be real, and then they are not real anymore. The fact of the matter is, people, that you live in this system that you live in a system that sometimes you don't see other people. Like, for example, if you hanged out with your friend or you hanged out with your sister or something like that, and they don't live with you, you know, you'd be like, oh, they live with my sister, or they just part of that structure of me not seeing them until I want to see them. Most people be like, but oh no, you know, some people have their own lives and shit like that. I'm not saying they don't, guys. It's just that there is a system in place around here that we all know about that sets up something. Look, again, The Truman Show is a great example. The Matrix is another good example. The thing is, I don't want to, look, I know some people have talked about this and everything like that, and most people are like, look, you probably have talked about this too, and probably other people have talked about it too, so why are you probably saying the same shit? But the reason I'm repeating the same shit is a refresher for me, so I can know and remember as I'm thinking. But another thing too, for a video like that, but another thing is that look up at the sky. You look up in the sky. They always chemtrail the sky, obviously, and you know, you got to pay attention to the sky is blue, basically, right? So how come it can't be that's not the highest chakra? And think about this, since you are on a quote-unquote dome, it's a simulation one. It's a I mean, it's no shit. It's a like, it's a real thing, obviously, because they have a show called Dome, and they show that a town of people got trapped inside a dome, and everyone cannot get in, and you can't hear anything from the other side of the fucking thing. That's part of the ice capsules, basically. And then on top of the ice capsules is this huge thing on top of us, like that. They kind of showed you in Harry Potter. During the Battle of Hogwarts, you see how Voldemort is taking out that shield, and the shield just breaks down like that? That is, in a way, us, our people, breaking down the shield of the simulation. Not the Matrix, the simulation. There's a difference. Matrix means mama, means mother, okay? And I've said this before. Other people have said it, like Grandma Age. Again, I don't have to repeat other people what they said. But those people out here are just going to say that, oh, the Matrix this, the Matrix this. It's called the simulation, not the Matrix. All right? We look at the Matrix as we have to take care of her. Oh, you're putting false information. False information on what? It's right there in front of you. Matrix is just another name for mother. So if you want to call the cosmic mother Matrix, go right ahead. You don't have to call her that. Her name is, you know, a big Mama or Tiamat, if you want to call her that too. Oh, Kai. I almost forgot about that. How could I forget? Good thing my mind just... But the biggest part of the simulation is that the people that you might think you know, you might not know. Because in the Truman Show movie, Truman's just telling his friend about all the shit that he's seeing, the truth shit. And his friend is just like, like denying it, or just like playing with them and shit like that. If you have friends that are like that, and then if you tell them that, they'll be like, oh no, you see how that is? And then they don't want to say, and then they don't want to be like, oh no, I don't want to see how it is. You just want to think this way and that. I'm like, no, I'm thinking out of the box. You thinking in the way of a robot. Like, you don't want me to find out who the fuck I am. And you don't want me to find out that you holding me down. And then they get pissy, and then they don't want to hang out with you. That's it, man. Some people that you hang out with are really just there to just waste your time. Some of them could be your friends or family members, guys. Don't say, oh no, that sounds bad. And I was gonna say, don't be open up to it too, just because, oh yeah, fuck family and shit like that. Look, we have cosmic family, and they love us. Some of our family members are not even us. I mean, are not even our family. They're still a part of you because they're a reflection of you. They're basically like everyone around you used to be what you used to be. So even if you look at some teachers and some normal people that are in for that, jab, you just gotta know that they're part of you. And I've said this before too. Again, I don't want to repeat myself. It just needs to be said. And since my other video's been deleted, might as well fucking do it here, and it's gonna go on my other new channel. So, and the reason I do repeat myself is because I do get new people. Sometimes I get new people. And most people will be like, oh, but they can look at the other videos. Yeah, but what if they don't? People have a life, man. People have a life. People have a life. And yes, if they don't push themselves to find that information, that's on them. Okay? That's on them. That's how we live. Okay? That's why people always make fun of you or always say, oh, whatever, or ha ha, he. It's like, because they have that mindset of how they lived. They don't have any other mindset. They don't want to think any other mindset. Because thinking that there's something out of this realm that they cannot control or cannot fathom disturbs them. And disturbs some of our people too. Even though we can control it. Even though some of those things are us. So that's one of the parts of this simulation, to know who you are and to know how things work. That's why Neo in the Matrix finds out who he is, and he walks it like in a video game. Imagine you making a video game. Since I'm making my video game, I'm basically God in that, because I'm making a video game, right? So but remember in the Matrix movie when Neo finds out that he is actually the person that did all of this shit? Like, he's basically God. Basically. I need to look back at the movies, but maybe I shouldn't. Yeah, I probably should look back at it. I will. Some shit like that. And then he erased his memory or some shit. That's literally similar to us. So, because that way we'd be more powerful. Because we knew it was going to come back anyways. We knew this shit was going to come back. And these wicked beings try to do anything possible for us to, like, either slide, slip, or turn. And the thing is, look, Gravity H pointed out that, they were giving them time and everything like that. And I literally said to myself that, why give them time? I think I'm that much of an old soul that I know these wicked beings so much that I'm just like, why even give them time of day? Get rid of them. Get rid of them. This is not, and that's why I'm not part of that counselor type of thing. That's why I never chose to be. That's why I stood away from that. Why? It's not nothing against my brothers and sisters. It's not that. I will listen because they know what they know what's going on. And I know too, because you could just tap in and you know it. That's easy. It might be hard for some people because you just are starting to do it. But if you've been doing it as long as me, it's not that. You could literally probably you could probably go back to your lowest vibration if you want, if you can, but then you can rank yourself right back up probably. Probably, I said probably. The reason why I said that is because you as long you wasn't mind controlled by these motherfuckers and you know who you are still, then I think that's the thing though. Once you awaken anyways. Even if they try to dumb you down, you can point out the bullshit right away. Because your higher self is not gonna. Your higher self, your intuition, is so strong and so powerful. It ain't gonna do that shit. It ain't gonna follow what this simulation is trying to convey. Okay. And all this time, this simulation. Remember, this like I said, this simulation is a video game. And out there, it's not even. They're not. It's not even loaded. Like right here. Like I'm standing right here. This is the only thing that's loaded. The kitchen right now is probably loaded because I can just walk in and everything like that. But once I get outside, all of that shit needs to like, I can see the porch just loading out there, but the stuff that I can't see, that's not loaded. Because you can't see it. So how will you know it's there? Oh, but it's there. How will you know it's there? You don't know it's there. Come on, man. That's the same exact thing saying that, oh, I know what's in the Pentagon. I'm like, did you meditate and project it? No. Then how would you know? See, if you meditate and projected, that is different. You will see what's out there. Because the astral realm is real anyways. And this shit that you're in is fake. It's fake. Okay? I was just gonna say, why is it that when I meditate, I can see through there, but I can't see it through here? Most people are like, oh, it's your physical eyes. I love you so much. Please don't tell me one dropped. I hate when that shit happens. I'm not being mean. I'm just like, you got it. You got it on the ballpark. So. And another thing with the simulation, too, guys, there's buildings around here that convey this simulation being on. If you don't believe me, watch the movie Free Guy. It's a modern to me, Free Guy is just a modern retelling of the 13th floor. It is. It's just a modern retelling of the 13th floor. I think that's what I was trying to say. It's the 13th floor meets Ready Player One. I knew it. It's the 13th floor meets Ready Player One. If 13th floor Ready Player One had a baby, it will be Free Guy. That's what the movie would be. Good thing I said it on video and I finally remembered it after all this fucking time. But, you see that? And the thing is, too, when Remedy H pointed out, now I gotta think what he pointed out because I'm trying to find this shit. Okay. He pointed out, I believe, fuck, I need to look at that video again. Fuck. Alright, when I remember it, I will point it out, guys. I got you. I can't remember it right now. I'm just focusing on this blunt here and paying attention to me talking about this simulation stuff. And how you know you're on a simulation? I already wrote this. I've been writing this shit down since 2016. So I got a lot of shit, information that I have stacked up and shit like that. That I've just been learning and everything like that. And some of them I've relearned, and some of them I had to change and all that because I got some like things gone. So it's always good to go back. But it's always good to correct yourself. Hey, at least I like to admit when I'm wrong. Except for these wicked beings, I would never admit that I'm wrong. I'm always like, fuck you. No. These wicked motherfuckers can go fuck themselves. I made a good blunt. But I'm trying to remember what Remedy H said. But going back to the buildings, guys, these buildings that hold the technology, and the thing is, it's not just these buildings, it's also structures and landmarks and symbols on the ground. I see a symbol on the ground where my school is at, where the park is at, the national park, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, I see the design of that shit, and I'm just like, and then you have a fucking, you have a pyramid-like structure here, or a statue here, attaching to all the lane lines and shit like that, which I took out those lane lines. I already mentioned that. But I'd like to point that out because when I looked at that a long time ago, I was just like, I'm taking those lane lines out. And when I did that, you guys heard this before, but a long time ago when I did that, I heard literally in my back, I heard these wicked beings saying, no, and I instantly did it. They were pissed. Why do you think? And then the thing is, another thing. When you know you're in a simulation, they watch you. They already watch you through here, and then they fucking watch you through helicopters and shit. But when you know who you are, they can't do anything to you. That's just there to scare you, man. They're robots. They're part of the fucking simulation. They're Mr. Smith. They're just scared of you, to be honest. And to be honest, if you're looking at this video, I feel sorry for you. And if you don't have no emotion, well, that's your fault. That really is your fault for having no emotion. Because if you did have emotion, you actually cry of what I'm saying. That I actually felt sorry for you. But you probably don't feel that feeling. And that's a feeling that I would not want to experience. I'm glad I can feel feelings, to be quite honest. Because then I would know right from wrong. Or when I know I fucked up. Just saying. Okay? The point part of the simulation is to who is the Smiths and who are not. Because there could be people around here that are just don't know. There are people around here that don't know. And these are the people that yes, we need to be calm and patient with. Kalai even pointed that out in his recent video. And I'm just like, I don't like doing this. I don't like when other people make videos and then I bring their other videos up because then other people just say that I'm regurgitating their shit. But I just point it out because as what I watched. And it's good for me to bring up because it goes to the situation that I bring up. Is that a bad thing? No. And plus, when I point it out, it points more of what I'm saying, and points out more that there's people out there that are not bullshitting, and I'm not bullshitting. I might get things wrong, and that's fine. But moving on with that is that you learn, and what these Smiths don't want is they don't want you to learn. And another thing is too, they don't learn either. That's why they do things over and over and over and over again. They don't stop. And it's sad that they don't stop. Well, actually, it is kind of sad because it just shows of how desperate they are, and desperate leads to fear, and fear leads to suffering. But fear, man, they just have fear on them. They saw who we are, and they make a system of what it is. And this simulation is falling anyways. Every day, every second, every minute, it's just gone. People gonna see beings like these, and they're not gonna even know what to do. They're probably gonna look at the government, and the government's gonna look at them like, it's your problem, because we're dealing with that shit too. There's so many. That's another thing inside this simulation. There's so many phenomenons in, not just in this planet, but in this simulation. There's so many phenomenons in this place. It's just. Remember, guys, they invaded here. They invaded here. Okay? Later on today, I am going to do a video of the Fairy Godparents. No, not the Fairy Godparents. Of Jimmy Terry Power Hour movie. That's more of a what happened to us. Showed mostly at the end of when Crocker puts down the tower of the fairies so they can't use their magic and shit. I'd be like, yeah, that sounds familiar, and they can't fly and shit like that. I don't know why I didn't notice that until this year. Until I saw a review about it, and I'm like, you mean to tell me this cartoon show showed me this before Avatar did? I'm sure there was other movies that showed this before too. But the fact that this kid show showed you it, and showed that there was an orc that did it. An orc. Straight up white man. And then he's laughing. I can see why people I can see why I don't know. Never mind. But that's just the thing. That's just for a future video. So understand and understand, guys, that this structure that we in is gonna be beaten by the Matrix. Okay? Because the Matrix is our mother, and we and her are gonna take this shit out together. Alright? By building, by meditating, by having our brothers and sisters waking up, this simulation is done. That's the only way. Right? And back in ancient times, well, I don't want to even say back in ancient times, but back then, people did know that this was a simulation. Because back then, when you went inside yourself, that was the real world. The dead place. Or what these wicked beings like to call it, the hell place. Yes, they call it hell. These wicked beings call it hell. And guess what? They call us demons. What do you think they name us the beast, the 666 in their Bible, guys? If they called us that in the Bible, what makes you think that they're not going to call us demons? Some of us look like this. And if we walk like this in the street right now, I bet you anything. A lot of people say that, oh, un diablo. It's because, oh, they never seen it before. Oh, God, man. Alright. That's it. I'm done. I'll see you guys later. Just pay attention to your surroundings. Know thyself. Sun gaze. hell yeah, sun gaze. Okay, sun gaze is healthy and beneficial for you as hell. Okay, especially this time of year. Okay, some people might be like, oh, that's just a light bulb in the sky and shit like that. And I'm just like, so then why the planes are chemtrailing and always hiding it? You dumb fucking piece of shit. And I don't want to insult you like that, but, or anyone that thinks that way, but I'm just want to be like, dude, really? You're going to say that while they're spraying the sky and covering the sun. The one thing that you and I need the most. Screw you. Are you part of this system? Now I'm questioning that. Oh, they took my videos down and everything. Like, I don't give a fuck about that. I could say that all day. Someone out there won't even give a shit. So why should I? Everyone gets their fucking videos taken down nowadays, man. Join the club. Seriously. I'm done. Moving on. I'll see you guys. Take care. Peace.